get to the christening and you sit down. They're a lot smaller than Desi weddings, only about 50, 60 people, which is nice. And everyone's sitting down and you're sitting in the chapel benches, and then you can kneel down, and then there's like a little thing that pops out that you can put your knee on as a cushion to crouch and pray, which is cool. There's a lot of standing up and sitting down in between hymns and, speeches. And
are there readings? The readings, yeah.
There was a couple of readings, ahead of the christening. Okay. And I just sat there and thought, so similar to how we do things in Sikhi. What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indian Doctor Podcast. Sat Sri Akal, Karan. I haven't seen you in 9 days. Not that I'm counting or anything.
Sounds like you are.
I am, not going to lie. Because you said you'd seen me how many days in a row? Seen me three times in 5 days.
3 and 5.
And you were like, no more. And then you took it too far, and I haven't seen you in 9. Kind of missed you, man. It's been kind of weird, I won't lie.
That explains why your message has been so irritable.
How have they been irritable?
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah. You've been a bit short with your messages. And I was like,
am I?
You've been missing me. That's what it is. Oh, okay.
What
This is
am
what
I
Shindy used
saying?
to do. It's what you're not saying, isn't it?
Wait, hold on.
A funny indie message, right? You and Shindy were having that chat yesterday in our chat about teenage whatever, and then your jawab came, and then it was like, okay. And I know what an indie okay is. It's like, okay. I know an indie okay, and I'm like, Shindy, that's indie okay. That's not okay. That's definitely not okay.
That's my way of deading it. I'm like, Charlie, it's done now.
Okay. It's how you say it in real life. Okay. And I'm like, Shindy, I was like, you need to be nice now, okay? Stop being mean to him. No, but I'm just messing about. But this is a play on when Shindy and I weren't married and we used to see each other, say on the weekend. Shindy go back, I love you, I love you. That's Saturday. Sunday, I love you. Monday, I love you a little bit less. And then she just get more and more
aggressive.
I wasn't going to say aggressive, but that would also work. And it's like, why are we not seeing each other? I'm like, mate, what do you mean to do?
You're far away, I'm not, man. It's not my fault. You're moving here, remember? That's what you should have said. See?
No. We don't play them cards, man. What's wrong with you, man? That's like nuclear option. That is. It's like, do you have to remind me of these backward traditions? Do you have to really remind me? Huh? I never said that. No.
No. Bebop with Karan. No.
Yeah. So cool. You ready?
Come on, man. You gotta do the intro.
Confessions of Round Monday.
There we go. Hey. Round Monday.
Round Monday. Hanji, Sat Sri Akal dosto. It's a lovely day today. The ashes have started, and I'm going to tell you my confessions. So I met some interesting blokes again with some very interesting names in my work. And the thing is now, my part of your brain that recognizes things is called your RAS, your reticular activating system. Basically, it's just say I say to you, Indy, don't think of the color red, right? Obviously, your mind goes to red. And then if I keep saying this to you every day, you'll keep looking. Your subconscious mind will keep looking for red, and you'll think you see more red. It's not that you're seeing more red; it's that your brain is telling you that this is important information, so you become aware of it. So now with funny names, I'm just so activated now. When I see a name, I'm like, "Yep, that's going in the podcast. Thank you very much." So first name of today, drum roll, please. Hanji Lovepreet.
Lovepreet. What a classy one, man. I love it. See?
Love-E. Preet. And, in Non-Desi, right? And I was like, your name matches, your sabah, your...
aura?
Yeah, no. Aura.
Presence. Nakra. Attitude.
Sabah.
Outlook.
Behavior / personality. It's like who you are. The way you carry yourself would be the translation. In Asava, you'd say I'd say Indy Asava is he's meticulous. Let's say.
Okay,
right?
fair. I'll take that.
Say when it comes to the podcast, right? So that would be like an example. So you're describing their nature. Nature, that's the word. What's his nature, right? So I was like, his Sabah matches his name, Lovepreet. No. And then another guy come in. This guy was from, I think he's from Africa. First name, Desire.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
And I was just like, Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Because obviously we've had funny Punjabi names, but I've never had a funny non-Punjabi name.
Yeah.
So
Desire is nice though, man.
Right? Ooh. And I'm just
I'd take that.
You sit with that, hey, Desire, come here. Like I don't know. I don't know if the novelty wears off though. And then obviously because it's the first time we're saying it or hearing it, we're just like, oh, it's really cool. But would you want to be known as Desire? You are my desire. Like, I don't know.
They could sing that Backstreet Boys song to them. My desire. See, that would absolutely bang, and they get sick of it because everyone will keep singing that to them.
You can sing, but
I can't. Yeah, but thank you.
I've heard you sing "Cry Me a River."
Listen, I can do ad libs very, very well. I know all the ad libs to anything. I'm the greatest MC you'll ever see on stage. I will back up another person nicely. I'm just not the main guy.
You don't have to say what you did.
What you did.
I already know.
Don't tell about it. See, I can tell you, man.
Man knows it. Man knows it.
Yeah, of
remember
course.
We dropped that one on that weekend, and you had all the lines on it. So
when you call me on the phone,
call me on the phone.
I know it too well. Way too well.
All right, cool. So love, breathe, and desire.
Desire.
Right now, I had another guy. Right.
You sure it was definitely said as desire? It wasn't like some people say desiree sometimes.
Oh, I see. No. Because the thing is, I think this is a sign of maturity and getting older. Rather than struggling to say someone's name or becoming very generic and like, you're right, mate, and not using the name, I just say, how do you pronounce your first name? I'm just really open about it. And I think maybe it's because we come from a place where people struggle with ours and we haven't got this, there's not that kind of tension. So I just say it and he's like, oh yeah, thanks for asking is normally what I get back. Or you can call me. But he was like, yeah, it's desire.
That's a smart way to build rapport early with a person that could be potentially uncomfortable in the situation as well.
Yes.
I like that.
And the thing is, when people see me, I'm obviously a relaxed, chill banda, man. I got a podcast, right? Like, I'm relaxed banda. But obviously they don't know me, right? And so when they come to see the doctor, they're like, doctor's supposed to be really stern and, that kind of thing. But I'm like, mate, we need to like get you to a chill level.
Got to stiff up a lip, all that stuff. Right. No emotion, very cold, no bedside manner. Yeah, none of that. Yeah,
those are bad doctors, man. They do exist. But
they do in droves.
They definitely exist, yeah. So I want to be like, this isn't, I often say to them that this isn't an exam. Just relax. Like, let's just have a conversation. And you're right. As soon as you get to the first name, Starbucks marketing, that's it. You're just like, okay, cool. And it's always call me Jazz. Like some people call me doctor. I'm like, you don't call me doctor. We're not in that era anymore where you call everyone like matron and nurse and charge nurse and staff
nurse.
Yeah. Or doctor. I'm like, just call me Jazz in it. It's all good. So I had this one guy and he's sitting on the other side of the day. I come here with my laptop. I'm, doing whatever I'm doing as part of the assessment, and I've got my music on. And you go through phases. And I got these playlists on YouTube, and I think I had a couple of days of Braveheart, and then I had Lord of the Rings, and now I'd found this kind of almost like church vibes chanting. Let's say,
okay,
like like. Oh, like, but really like low and mellow and just
that's peculiar. I won't lie, mate.
No, but if you heard it, you'd be like, it's really relaxing. It's really it's like white noise and it's really chilled. Anyway, I had a lot of confidence the whole day. And everyone's like, that's really nice. And this one guy was sitting there, and he was like, oh, it's really nice your music. Like, is it something like religious? And I was like, no, it's just whatever.
It's just background church gospel music.
Yeah, but no words. Just a bit of like, it's like a mantra. It's like
it's like the soundtrack at the start of Halo.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. Mate, you hit the nail on the head. So interesting you mentioned that. I'm actually playing Halo this weekend after a long time with Jamie, who you know really well. We're doing we're going to do every level in Legendary. So he's going to bang it out. It's exactly that, Indy. Right. So I'm playing that. And this one guy who's like, yeah, I really like it. And so as I'm talking, I'm actually coming around to put the blood pressure cuff on him to do his blood pressure, right? Give me a second, bro. I realized I didn't close WhatsApp on my laptop.
Go on.
But I did on my phone.
I hope he closes the right thing and doesn't close this session. Otherwise, it's going to be a real problem. Right, so I'm putting the blood pressure cover on him. And then, so remember, his question had been,
is it from any religion? Then I said to him, but you do know there's only one religion. Right? Exactly. So as I've said it, obviously I know the next thing I'm going to say, but I'm like, it's not going to be perceived in what I'm thinking. So he's thinking, oh shit, man, this guy's some extremist. He's about to convert me. Right? Like, and the thing is, there's such a pause indeed, because I wanted to, the next thing you'll understand in a second, but I looked at him, I was like, you know, there's only one religion. And he's like, oh my god, and he's gonna like, you know, put me on
his
camera.
blood pressure's going through the ceiling already.
And I said, no, because I realized now what he thinks of. I was like, no, religion of love. I was like, that's what I was gonna say. Universal love, ek bande si, one mankind.
Oh my god!
But it was so funny because in my head, I told some people afterwards, and they were like, they had exactly the same reaction. They're like, bro, they thought you were gonna haram his ass, man. Like, you know,
straight up, man. I thought you were about to claim some part of him and be like, you are now one of us.
One of us.
That's it. You are now a singer.
Brother ban gaya tu.
Yes.
So yeah, that was pretty funny, man. Yeah. It look on his face though. I think I'd already realized before I saw his reaction. And then cause when I told him, he did
that awkward laugh. Yes. Yeah,
menu dar lagda hale, please. And then I had to further consolidate that point. So I sat down, I was like, bro, it's all about love. You know, humans, we experience the same things. Were you
sitting opposite from him on the table now, or were you sitting next to him? Did you put a hand on his leg and say it? Or what was going on? Like,
sitting his godi. That's it. Ahi love hai.
It's all about love, man.
Love the khana. I'm the ready? I'm the love doctor.
Then the music changes in the background.
There you go. Oh shit, man. Oh, there you go.
That is brilliant.
Those are my confessiones. What are your confessiones?
I don't know how that relates to being married, but fair.
Oh no. I think we're way beyond that now. It's confessions of just life now. What do you think?
No, it's confessions of married men, man.
I experience this having been a married man. That's my reach.
Okay. Wow, so therefore anything you experience comes under that umbrella.
You know what it is, look, man. There's only so much I can complain about Shindy. Like,
you said I'm not a married man. It's done, yeah.
Until I'm not a married man. Okay. Yeah. When that happens, we go to Vegas, yeah?
Jello, let's do it.
You need to also not be a married man as well then.
Oh, why? So we can get married to each other? What are you
No, I wasn't just that, bro. That was a bit of a leap.
Felt like you were implying something.
No. It's only religion, man, okay?
Love, indeed, love.
Love. Do bande love. Okay.
Well, okay, I'll tell mine now. So on the weekend, me and Sanj went to a christening. I've never been to a christening before, ever.
Tell me the rishta. Who is it you went?
So it's Sanja's friend that she's known from work many years ago. She's living abroad now. And yeah, it was it's the first time I've ever been to a christening. I've never been to like a church wedding either, actually. Now I think about it.
Never been to a church wedding?
I've never been to a church wedding.
You've been to a church?
No. Yeah, because obviously I went to a school where they were forced us to go to church and stuff, and they had chapel and all that stuff.
Oh, easy. Look, you forced me.
I knew all the hymns, all the words.
Yeah, but this is a little side point. You might as well digress here. I think it's a very good thing.
What is church?
Yeah, no, church is a good thing. I meant more, say you like, I was in a school where, again, we had carol service and I was actually in the choir and we, you know, that kind of thing. And but you look at the hymns that you're singing, again, it's still about Rabba, man. It's not a bad thing. Like, I think I was into that before I was into Kirtan, but it was a natural thing. It was a good thing. So when we have kids, when you have kids, I hope you push them as well. It's not like, I'm Sikh, so therefore I shouldn't sing these hymns, right? Because I know people have that view, and I'm like, bro, like, this is universal love, man. See, it's all about pyar. It's all about pyar today.
See, that's what I was thinking when I was a kid. I was like, should I be singing this? Should I not? I don't know. Maybe.
I think we all have those questions.
Yeah, of course we do. I remember the first time, and now we're digressing hard. I remember the first time when I was a kid and I accidentally ate beef. I came home in tears because it was a cheeseburger, but it didn't say beef on it. So I had it at school.
That is such a misnomer. Why call it
I
cheeseburger?
know. Completely caught me off guard.
But actually, you know what? I looked this up, I think, later. The actual definition of the word burger. Burger implies the meat is beef. So chicken burger is not, doesn't make sense.
It's not a real burger.
Hence, McChicken sandwich.
Is that actually it?
That's it.
Wow.
Cheeseburger. Burger. Right? But we've made burger synonymous. Bro, I always blow you away, man. Like, it's just, you don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate me in my time. And when I'm gone, you will appreciate. You will not find another doctor. When you're, however old you are, running the podcast, and then you try and find another doctor, right? And you're like, the other one, he used to cuss me out so hard, and you can't even do anything.
I'll evolve past the doctor thing. It would just be Indy and we've been over this, okay?
Wow.
But anyway.
just Indy. Oh, how good is our name? Just Indy.
Indy and.
No, just Indy. It's brilliant. You could carry
Somebody say just Indy. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the cheeseburger one rattled me as a kid, man. It really rattled me because I remember I came home and I was in tears and my mum was like, it's all right, don't worry about it. And I thought, no, I can't believe I did that. It's so bad.
You had a conscience.
Yeah, I didn't have a conscience. I had a fear. There's a difference. It's like I was so fearful of doing something wrong that it impacted me that much.
Yeah. So again, you valued honesty. You valued doing the right thing.
Yeah, but I never understood why we didn't eat beef. And then now that I understand why we don't, and that it's linked to like a culture kind of thing, and we shouldn't be eating meat at all, I thought, pass me the burger. That's exactly how I thought. I was like, pass me the burger. I don't care. Right?
Yeah. But you've had different experiences now.
Yeah. Now I have.
Things. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, the hymn thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to blast out hymns, man. I love them. Anyway, so get to the christening and you sit down. They're a lot smaller than Desi weddings. Only about 50, 60 people, which is nice. And everyone's sitting down and you're sitting in the chapel benches, and then you can kneel down, and then there's like a little thing that pops out that you can put your knee on as a cushion to crouch and pray, which is cool. There's a lot of standing up and sitting down in between hymns and speeches. And
are there readings? The readings, yeah.
There was a couple of readings, ahead of the christening. Okay. And I just sat there and thought, so similar to how we do things in Sikhi.
Just out of interest, did you wear bug?
No, I didn't. No.
Obviously, you would if you were in a Gurdwara.
Yeah, obviously. No, in a Gurdwara,
that's interesting.
In a Gurdwara, I'll wear a patka.
Yeah, you cover your head.
Yeah.
So pug is saved for?
Pug is for a wedding.
Got it. Fine. Okay.
Or if it's like even if it's like a normal Sunday Sukhmani Sahib, I'll still go in a patka.
You got levels to this.
Yeah, there are levels to this. Pre-party, maybe I'll do a bug. It depends on the kind of pre-party.
Really? Not even a pre-wedding? I can't imagine going to pre-wedding or patka now. Like, you get to a certain age, man, but it's just like, you can't rock that anymore.
I mean, I can. I don't know about you. I can.
Patka to pre-wedding party?
Okay, pre-wedding, I'll probably go like this. I wouldn't go like in something else. I'll go like this sometimes. Yeah. But patka is like, okay, I'm going for either a quick matadek on a Sunday, or I'm going to a Sukhmani Sahib. That's it. Mm-hmm. Pre-party, you are correct. It won't be patka. That is valid.
So it's all or nothing with you. It's bug or
it's like
nothing.
Bug or the way I am now. Bus. Yeah. Weddings, obviously, bug 100%. Even at like a Gora wedding, I would wear a bug. I would. Yeah.
Okay. But you're in the church.
So we're in the church and we sit down and they're doing all their little proceedings. Rituals. And I just sat there and thought, they are so similar to us in Sikhi and how we do things.
Tell me, enlighten me.
Okay, number one, the way they ask for money. We have...
You mean donations?
Hang on. Gurdwara also asks for donations, technically. When you're giving money to the Golak / Geetanis on the side, that is donating money to the Gurdwara. You don't see how it gets... Huh?
There's no ask. You don't have to put money in the Golak.
No. There isn't an insistence. It's just a collection plate.
It's a done. Yeah, it is, but it isn't. It's not like I don't know if this is the experience you had, but obviously sometimes a collection plate goes round. It's passed around. There's obviously therefore more of an impetus to do it.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, but Gurdwara is you don't put in there.
Gurdwaras like you get up. But there is let's call that the donation aspect on one
Donation
thing,
aspect, let's call it that.
Donation aspect is definitely there. You got the collection plate and we've got Gorlok / Kitanis. How that money gets split up is not up to us. What happens behind the scenes is down to them.
Up to the organization, yeah.
Number 2, a further money layer, the building society. They have building society stuff too, you know.
Building fund vaste.
Mate, I've took a picture of it. Let me show you. I'm not even kidding. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me get this up. So, here we go. Is that going to focus in? Is that focusing in? What does that say?
It's actually called building fund. No
What does it say on the
way,
front?
man.
What does it say on the front? Read it to
Envelope
people,
number.
Karan.
So it says building fund envelope number, request for church envelopes, and then block capitals and various things. The funny thing is now I'm starting to think that whoever started this in Gurdwara has clearly seen this term in churches and be like,
Yes.
Ahi bulana. Right?
Yes.
The funniest time I've ever heard. Now, normally, you know, when there's a binti, right, for building from vaste, or there's 2 times. It's either Gyaniji is doing their das and people have already given money and they'll say, you know, Ikhanja Pond, Khera Parvar, building from vaste. Right? So that's already
Why
been
me,
given.
bro?
You're just there now. So I just say, you know, I can put another name in there if you want. Or there's obviously the binti for it. Now, I was at a wedding once and Kirtan, you're doing the Kirtan, right? And they remixed the binti into the Kirtan, which I have never ever seen. Not sure how I feel about it.
Give me an example.
Got the Bajja, right?
Yeah.
Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji, Pyare Sat Sangat Ji. Building fund vaste tusi haji karo Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. And I was there and like it broke my interrupt because I was like, whoa, what's going on here, man? Like, this is like you remixed it in to the thing. And this is Gravesend Gurdwara, man, which I think
the big boy Gurdwara. The big boy Gurdwara.
Like India scale Gurdwara, right? And I remember before we went into the Van Hall, I was speaking to one of the Sevadars there and he was telling me about what the month, this is during COVID wedding, the monthly running cost of the Gurdwara is, and it's bloody high, man. Like,
yes, it is.
You know, that footprint it's big. And so I understood why they need the money in it. But it was just the fact they remixed it in. I was like, Dhyan, Vaheguru te, and then Pyare Sat Sangat Ji, Vaheguru Ji, tusi paise de do, Vaheguru Ji. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I was just a bit like, my mind was like in two different ways.
Yes. It was taken down one pathway and then ripped onto another. That's what happened.
But that term, building fund. And it's not fun. Pund. It's like a PH. It becomes a building pund.
Oh, man. So I saw that, but that wasn't forced on you. That was on the side as a side collection that you could, you know, put some money into and then deposit it along, which is cool. I thought, okay, that's nice. But I thought that was very identical. Very, very identical. Now, we have in Gurdwara, Kirtan, they have hymns.
Yes.
Now, they're a little bit different because there are some Gurdwara where you can partake and sing along with the Kirtan as long as you're not like booming out loud, being as loud as you need to be. I've not seen someone really go for it when sitting in the Sangat. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'll take you to different programs. It depends where you're going. The initial part of your sentence, what did you say that you said? Say it again, your sentence.
Said hymns and
another hymn bit.
Kirtan
are
quite
Kirtan?
similar.
Yeah, the second bit. Keep going.
I can't remember now, bro. You
said something like sometimes people can sing along. Oh, people can sing along all the time. There's never a time.
No, but I've never heard anyone go for it the same way how you would go for it during like singing a hymn. Right?
Oh, I see your point now. Right. Yeah. So if I took you to a Renspai Kirtan, which is like an all night Kirtan,
right?
That different crowd, like mainstream. And you know the reason for that is because people just don't have the confidence. It depends on the Kirtan as well. Like if you got Kirtan which is actual Shabd Kirtan and there's no screen with the English, Romanized English, so you don't actually know the words. Yeah. Maybe you're joining for the chorus, the main bit that Gyaniji will say a few times, so you get the loves and you understand the tok. But most of the time they don't. Most of the time what I see is if they do Vaheguru Simran, then more people will join in. But still, they're not going to go for it because they're shy and they don't want to give it. But you're right. Whereas for hymns, it's almost like there's no like, not shame, there's no doubt, is there? They just go for it.
Yeah. And the words are in front of you on paper, written out clean. Everyone just sings the right hymn. The numbers are there. You find it in the book. It's all, the hymn books are given to you. So I guess there's less friction there in terms of knowledge. Like anyone who speaks English could pick that up and just read along or sing along if they wanted to, and you'll get the rhythm. When it comes to Kirtan, there is a little bit of a difference where there's like a barrier of understanding where unless you have it, as you said, on the projector, you're not going to be able to follow along as clearly. So that was another observation I thought was quite similar. Not perfect, but similar. And then I have one more, which is food. But this is where I think Sikhi wins. Not that it's a scoring system or anything.
God, Sikhi wins. Like, there's only one true religion. Okay, go on.
And obviously afterwards, they'd done the christening ceremony, which is cool. When that's done, you go next door. They had like a hall that joined on.
Yeah.
And that was, it wasn't catering though. It was actually some of the auntiyan, they had made the food and it was ready to eat. So I was like, oh, they did their own server, bought their own food, and then bought it to the adjacent hall and it connected.
The people whose christening it was, or is it like...
The people whose christening it was, yeah. They bought, they had like aunts and uncles and make the food for them, basically.
Sadi langar di sewa.
Yeah. But then with our one, it's like all hands on deck, whoever's available, it's just there, isn't it? I know sometimes you do have to put some money towards it if you're having a certain number of people come. Just so you can pay for the raw ingredients. Yeah. But a lot of the time, it's like those bibbi are on duty from like 7 a.m. on Sunday, making it for you.
I guess obviously the concept langar is 24/7. So they're going to make it anyway. But obviously there's more and less and different things depending on requirements. It reminds me actually of, do you watch The American Office?
Yes.
You remember Jim and Pam have the christening and everyone comes up. And they only invited like 2 people and all the food runs out.
Yeah.
It's jokes, man. The other thing that Christianity does is in terms of giving money, they call it a tithe or teeth. They give a 10th of their income. And we have that as the swand, exactly the same.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which
so we're
one?
Supposed to give a 10th of our income to the Gurdwara?
It doesn't have to be the Gurdwara. It's just a charitable cause.
Okay.
A 10th of your time or a 10th of your energy, a 10th of whatever you can give. So obviously 3, when you're in school, you learn about 3 pillars of Sikhi. Naam japya karo, kirt karya karo, band ke shakya karo.
What do those mean exactly to those who don't understand Punjabi?
Yeah. So number 1, naam japya karo is do part.
Yeah.
Whichever way you connect. And that's the beautiful thing about Sikhi. The genius of Guru Nanak Dev Ji was... at a time when he came, when people were disillusioned and doing really weird things and not really, they didn't know what Rab was, so they just started doing things that they thought was Rab, and it really wasn't. And people were not literate. That was the second big problem he faced. He said, how can I connect people? And the game changer was music. That was, the Kirtan is game changer, because if you look at all the different ways to do part, let's say, and if you say that the end game of doing these things is to get to a point of mind where your mind is completely still and peaceful and there's no thoughts and it's just what we call sahaj avastha, where it's just
calm waters, still calm waters.
No, the TV behind me has turned on and said device pairing request, enter the following code. Bro, like Alexa,
God is watching you, man.
No, clearly, man. That's really creepy, man. The TV is
because you were doing the hand motion like this, and then it just turned on in front of you. That is power.
It's his power, isn't it? His power. So, what we talking about? Yeah, Sahaj Vasta. If we, that's my chain of thought now. Yes, if we say that is the point of part, like people ask me, what is the point of part? Well, actually, the point of part is to get to a point where you have peace of mind, mandi shanti. There is no like worry or concern, right? Then you think about all the different ways to do that. So you could read part, you could listen to part, you could do kirtan, you could do vichar, which is what we're doing. We're talking about something related to Sikhi. You can do all these different things. It's all forms of part. But the easiest way to actually connect is kirtan, because of the music and the melody and the rhythm, and you just you get lost in it. That was the genius of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I can't remember why we started talking about this now.
Because you were trying to say 10th of your time, 10th of your income.
3 pillars, Naam Japana. So that's number 1, Naam Japya Karo. That's what that means, is connect with Rab's name. Second one is Kirt Karo. So earn by honest means. And again, at the time, I guess the point that Babaji was making was like, basically, don't be a daku, don't kill people and do that type of thing. You don't, extortion and killing and exploitation. Obviously, now in today's world, there are obviously lots like selling drugs. That would be a good example. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right. So get go. And vansha kya karo. So third pillar, vansha karo is give to others. In whatever way, the beauty of Sikhi is in Japji Sahib, Sarbat da Pala. What we say in Japji Sahib is not Sikkhan da Pala, Sarbat. Everybody's Pala, the whole world's Pala. Nanak Naam Chaddi Kala, Tere Pane, Sarbat da, Tere Pane. Whatever you do for the greatness of or the glory of the world, not for Sikh. And so that Vanda Shakana is the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, is that langar that he created is take it to the world, feed the world, help the world in whatever way you can. 10th of it could be your money, your income. 10th of it could be your time. Maybe that's a mentoring program. Maybe that's helping someone in your family. Whatever it is, the point I try and instill in children is the intention, right? Because the benefit you're going to get from that is massive. We'll come on to it in the what's happening this week, because I spent a weekend with Tony Robbins, and a lot of what we talked about is most people focus on the science of achievement, but if you want to go to the next level, it's about the art of fulfillment. How do you live a fulfilling life? And obviously, Sikhi gives us a lot of this, but it was nice to hear it from a secular kind of non-secular, perspective.
Yeah.
I digress a little bit there, but that's a bit of a Sikhi for the listeners.
Boom.
And I know
that actually helped me understand things.
Shout out to Avi, man. Avi, the guy I met at Raj's wedding, who said he likes it when we go on these little Sikhi tangents. So there you go.
There's one for you, bro, this week. But yeah, man, we're not that different, us lot.
I agree.
Us lot from anyone else. Even, I'm sure there's a lot of parallels with other faiths as well. I mean, I'm not that well versed on, say, the Jewish faith at all. But that would be something where I'm sure you can find some level of comparison that is super similar.
Love, pyar, man. Jin prem kiyo tin hi prapaya. The only ones who have found God, irrespective of the dharam, are the ones who have loved God. How do you love God? You love his people, because he lives in his people. That's it. That's the message of love.
Boom. There we go. That's a nice way to round out the segment.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into the next bit. Hanji Buddy, I have a question for you going first this week. So continuing on from last week, remember how my dad said, got us on. You have a bit of this nut bar, you'll be all right. I reckon you can ride out the storm without any medical intervention.
The anaphylaxis. Don't you? But the adrenaline di kilo re. That's a huh? Jab main tenu pyar deta, why you need adrenaline, my friend?
Boss, that's it.
Cool it down, okay? Right.
So apparently, according to my dad,
right,
if you have mango and Coke together, it can kill you.
Coke as in cocaine?
No, Coca-Cola.
Cocaine will kill you. I mean, that's very accurate.
It might do if it's laced.
You have that
definitely. Yeah, that is correct. Yes. But right, this is a new one. I haven't heard this one before.
Let's think about it. I'm trying to think about what would be the potential. Right. If you have full fat Coke and amber, I mean, there's a lot of sugar. So you could push somebody into DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis, high blood sugar, making.
That's if they're diabetic.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're someone who's kind of on the borderline, that might be. It's very unlikely.
I mean, it's extremely unlikely. Let's just call a spade, okay?
I'm just trying to work out his angle in terms of why he would think that. What was his rationale? What did he say?
He saw a WhatsApp video.
Right. And in that video?
Swear to God, I said, Dad, show me that video. The problem is, Karan, he has so many on his phone, he couldn't find it. But he said, I definitely saw it. Someone sent it to me on WhatsApp. I thought, oh, okay.
Okay.
And I bet he forwarded it on to many other people as well. Okay.
What was shown in the video, did he say?
He didn't say. He just said it tells you that you shouldn't do that. And I thought, all right, Dad, cool.
That's it now. Like he's going to tell everyone, isn't he?
This is similar to the milk and fish. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So you researched that one. Do you recall?
I did at some point. There was some association with that and maybe causing a skin reaction, but
yeah. So everyone was thinking it gives you what Michael Jackson had.
Yeah.
What's it called? Vitiligo.
Yeah.
Vitiligo. Yeah.
But there's no real. It's like loose-based evidence. And then there's a whole thing in India where they talk about garam cheese and thandi cheese, so you shouldn't mix those.
Yes, you shouldn't have something hot with something cold. Yeah. None of that. No. Even though a
I understand the
burger
concept.
has
Burger.
a lettuce piece in it that is cold,
crispy cold.
but you know that's completely fine.
Absolutely, because in a burger in it.
Or you know, whenever we have dal roti and that side of salad on the side, you're mixing that down the shovel, but that's fine.
Healthy.
Oh, okay.
Healthier,
So if it's healthy cold, it's okay.
That's
Okay.
fine, no. I'm trying to envisage a scenario when I would have Coke with amb. It's a weird combination. Like, do you eat amb? Amb?
Yeah, occasionally I like it. It's just hard to come by.
Right, exactly. Unless you're in India, Pakistan, right, and you're here, it's like it's not as. When we're there, like, we have it all the time if it's in season.
Rubicon mango, though. Oh man,
what the drink?
Oh, I think about it frequently. Honestly,
I know. Sorry, you know what? The still one or the fizzy one?
No, the fizzy one.
Yeah, man, that in a can.
Yeah, man. Oh,
it's one of those for me. Like it's
God.
Not. It's like, you know, when I had that little fixation I had for a while. Yeah. It's only every so often, but I got to fix that Rubicon. Like super high sugar and it's really bad for you. But that with kind of like kebab style food or chips and stuff. Oh, it's deadly, man. It's so good.
Man.
That Rubicon, yeah. They know what they're doing, man. That's diabetes in a can.
Yes.
But it's very nice. But I'm thinking about the times where I eat amb. So amb generally is obviously dessert, right? Like you someone, we'd have it after roti. I wouldn't have it just on its own.
I'd have it after roti, or I would have it on its own as like a little bit of fruit around the house if it was kicking about. That's it.
Tika. And it's obviously they're so juicy that you just have it on its own, really. Maybe a glass of pani. Good. But why would you have Coke with it? I don't understand. Like, why? That's just a weird mix.
I mean, if you're a Coke addict, as in not that one, as in you really like Coca-Cola, which people do. I went to school with a kid who drank about 4 cans of Coke a day, and his teeth were like mad yellow. That's
called child abuse.
What do you mean?
That's child abuse. I've got a friend.
Wait, hang on. No one was forcing him to drink it. He was drinking it of his own accord.
No. I'll tell you. It depends on how old your friend is, but I'll tell you. Basically, one of my friends who
teenager, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, the parents are going to have some input there, man. They're going to stop him. Like, just stop supplying him and stuff. So I didn't think of this point until my friend said it. She was like, one of my very good friends who remain nameless went through a phase where, you know, he'd say on a Saturday morning with his fry up, he could just have a 2-liter bottle of Coke. Easy.
Wow.
He like inhales it. He got to the point where his gums started to go black and then he stopped. And then he went to Lucozade because he thought that was healthy. Then he gained even more weight. He had the fizzy Lucozade. He was at uni and he kept drinking. And he's like, I don't know why I'm getting fat. I'm like, bro, you know sugar's in that Lucozade. I thought it was healthy. I was like, why? Why is Lucozade healthy?
Oh, no.
But anyway, so his wife, obviously
2 liters, 2 liters in one sitting.
Inhales it, man. Inhales it. It's like no problem. Like, normally when you drink Coke from a can, you're just like, you get the fizz and you have to like wait. He can just like, no problem, like pani.
Mate, him at a wedding party must be absolute chaos because he must just see the bottles and be like fucking right. That's it.
Like to the point where he'll go through periods where he stops drinking alcohol, but he'll be like, he gives up Coke. Like it's like a thing. People give up meat and alcohol. He's like, I just give up Coke. And I was like, And then he goes to lemonade, which is obviously, okay, it's fine. It's less sugar, whatever. But so his wife, sometimes the other day, she's like, it's child abuse. It's child abuse. Your parents didn't stop you. And that's where I got that term from. And I was like, the parents.
There might be some validity behind that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Neglect.
It's a strong accusation, right? And I don't think it's not like a parent's going to be like, apila, but it's the not stopping them. I think that's the element to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear the ice cream, man.
Oh, that's a good time. That it happens around the flat as well. Same thing.
It's crazy, when the noise stops, and you got that mad rush. Like, am I going to make it? Because he's only going to wait a little bit, and you got to run out. And you know what I want them to do? I want them to have card payment options.
They don't ever. Karan, cash in hand, man. Come on, think of the tax.
Come on,
we
man.
know this.
No, we don't know this. Why would we know this?
Because we know why. We know why corner shops don't have the card thing. They claim they charge me too much. I'm like, uncle, you just want to slip the person in your pocket and say I had like I'm gonna understate my takings.
Hello, Mr. HMRC. It's the internet connection. No,
there you go.
Card is not working. Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, come on. This is why they don't take card. If they do, they're doing it chunga. They're doing their काम correctly.
I know, but for me, it's like, I haven't got cash, man. I've got
no one has cash now at our age.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, I want ice cream, man. I really want ice cream. So,
do you know how much it is here in London?
For what? Give me an example for what?
99p flake is looking at about £5-6.
No, that's... You're talking about a single cone, white ice cream, maybe a little bit of raspberry drizzle, and a flake. £5-6 for that.
Depending on where you are, yes.
No, bro, I mean, like, people talk about cost of living crisis. Who has the money to pay for that?
It depends on where you are, innit? Because if you're on a summer's day and you're out and about in a park,
supply and demand.
Busy Park, Hyde Park, for example, ice cream van pulls up. You're going to clean up on custom. The kids are going to be moaning to the parents, and the parents are going to get fleeced by the ice cream man, but they're not going to say no, are they? Because the kid heard the ice cream.
I don't know, man. My kid wanted a £5 ice cream that costs £1. I was like, mate.
It doesn't cost £1 anymore, regardless of where you go. Those 99p flakes are like $2.50 now.
No, around here, we can still get it for like $1.30, $1.40. Nothing.
Really doubt it.
No, I had one. Next to our school. Last week. Next to our school.
School? What school were you at?
I wasn't at school. It was just near the school.
Oh, okay.
It was in my old school, Q Mary's.
Okay.
I was like, that was the Mr. Singh that used to come when we were there. And it actually was 99 back in the day.
Was it same uncle?
Same uncle, man. I was just like, obviously he doesn't remember me or anything, but yeah, I remember him. But yeah, if my kid wants that, I'm like, listen, I'll get you some ice cubes from the supermarket. That's it. That's it. Cool ho gaya na, cool.
When you have a child, we will revisit this topic and I will see in 4K. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to socially experiment the shit out of you with that kid. I can't wait. I'm going to take you to environments and I'm going to be like, how's he going to handle this? Is he going to cave into what the kid wants? Is he going to try his NLP and see if it does anything? I'm so interested.
What do you think? Here's the question. What do you think the ice cream represents?
And you know what the kid's going to do? I want ice cream. Okay, that's what's going to happen.
Okay. So then you can have another conversation. And if I say no to you now, what will you do? Will you cry? Listen, you do an 8 Mile M&M. You call out everything that could happen already.
They're going to cry.
Yeah, no, but I'll say it. You're going to cry. Okay. You're going to throw a tantrum. You're going to leave the house. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Do it. Go on. Do it. Go on.
Oh my God.
What's going to happen then?
You're going to be such a mad parent. I can't wait to see this. It's going to be so entertaining.
Yeah, and then bloody Indy Chacha comes along, isn't it?
Well done. Well done. Very good terminology.
There
you go. There you go. Look at this smile. You want to see this smile more? Look at this smile. Cheek to cheek, baby. Okay.
Hello, Puttu. I got you ice cream.
There you go. That's it. That's it. If the kid doesn't want it, I'll be like, come to your chacha. I'll sort you out. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll look after you. Okay.
You're CC now.
What do you mean, CC?
Corruption chacha.
Corruption chacha. I'll take that. I'll take that. Creepy character, corruption chacha. I'll take it, man. It is what it is. All right? It is what it is. We've sidetracked so hard. Right. So it's not going to cause you problems, is it, Karan? Milk, fish, mango, Coke together. No,
like I said, that means a lot of sugar. And you probably will have like some sort of food coma and, get a bit like, ooh, because then your sugar will incorrect. Apart from that, I can't think of why it would do anything else. I have no idea, mate.
Brilliant. Yeah. That makes me happy.
All
right, my bit's done, man. Over to you.
So we're in Italy.
We were in Italy.
Napoli.
We were in Napoli.
And we went to the home of?
Pizza.
Right. So how do you say that word in Punjabi?
Pizza. Even if you write it down in Punjabi, it's it's a jaja.
I actually don't know. But I heard someone say it the other day and I hadn't heard in a while. And I thought about it. It's like, the Romanized English of that is Pija. Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Pija. But it makes you really happy. When I hear that said in that way, I can't help but
smile. It fills you with like warmth, doesn't it? When you think of it, you're like, oh man. Did your Gurdwara ever used to have like special things on a Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know if it wasn't specifically weekends, but like certain events. Basically, when you go into Karma Gurdwara now, the new one, where you got the langar, you got langar service this way.
Yeah.
Which is the main one, right? So you get your thal, get your chamcha, get your cups at the end, and then, you get your dalji, prasadji, whatever. But then there's this other bit here. but it's never normally open. But if it's
That
ever
bit's normally for
open,
cha.
no, the char's there. This is like another service. Oh yeah, you've been to Karma Gurdwara. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. No, it's not normally open, but when it is open, you know something special is being served there, and you get like really excited.
Like pakore, maybe a samosa.
Pakore, samosa, never spring rolls, but yeah, pakore, samosa, and pizza. And when that's going down, oh my god, the feeling of having pizza in a thal. It's always a nikki thal. You don't go for the big thal. You get that little pakora thal.
Yes, you do.
Whack the sauce in. The sauce is always like, industrial grade.
The big one. You got to tip with two hands. If you're a kid, you're trying to like control it like it's sending you lopsided.
And that sauce red is never like the dark red of Heinz. It's always like that kind of lighter, watered down.
Yes.
But you got to have it, right? And then you get there's two types of pizza. There's sometimes when the pizza gets ordered in, like Mr. Singh style, so then you know what it looks like. But then you got the times where the Gurdwara make it itself. Ooh. And you know Gurdwara's made it because it's like some random, like, nothing symmetrical. Everything's like overgrowing. But it tastes so good because they got the tarke in there and everything. And then you get the masala beans, which you don't like. And then they have the fat chips. And the Gurdwara make chips. I mean, none of this is healthy, but you just like,
I reckon they cook them in the fryer. They obviously have peeled the potatoes, and that's why they're uneven. So some of them, they get them pre-made and you put them out, but you can tell when they're not consistent. And then you're thinking, ooh, the auntie is like, or the bibi has peeled all these aloo in the back. She's cut them into different sizes. She's dunked them in the deep fryer about 3 times. Once, twice. 3 times. Okay, it's done. Then she gets all the tissue paper and dabs it to try and make it a little less oily. That's it. Done. It's done now.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's such a life hack. On Saturdays after Punjabi school, I'll go down and I'll be like, oh, it's the best day ever.
It's the feeling of you don't associate pizza with that place.
Never.
Right? So when you get it, you feel like you've hacked the system. You're like, this is just great. You're just so happy, and you can just, like you say, plow through so many slices. Like now, when I do like Gurmat camps, like now on the other side, I'm one of the teachers, right? So when I come to it, because in my head I'm like, I'll have 2 slices, but the sevadars will be like kala. They just put like 4 slices in your plate. You're like,
all of it. They're like, there'll be more made. It's fine.
Yeah. Like,
knock yourself out.
Langariya kala.
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
We don't want any leftovers. Okay.
Yeah, pizza. I do love pizza. It's funny, like when you say the word pizza and say you're not in the Gurdwara somewhere else, and you're like, pizza khana ya McDonald khana?
McDonald. That's how dad says it. McDonald khana? McDonald. I'm like, okay.
That was his cases.
Yeah, McDonald. I remember the last day of school.
Yeah, that was it.
Mackey's
that was a ritual. That was a ritual.
McDonald.
Primary school. I even remember because do you remember the original dubbe, the burger used to come in, like the veggie deluxe, what we used to eat. We used to be like a green.
Come in the little packs.
It was like a foil, not foil.
No,
like
it was foam. Yeah.
That was it. Remember those? And you had like the orange box and the purple box and the green box. Yeah. So I remember those days, man. Yeah, that was the thing. Straight after school, broken up. McDonald's, Jana.
Bam.
Those are the days. Right.
But why do they say it in that way? They don't say McDonald's, they like McDonald.
No idea.
It's just a Desiism of saying it, and there's no consistency. It's just they have one person say, yeah, that'll stick. It sounds roughly like it. It's the same thing.
Right. You ready for another vocab?
Always.
What do you call bold in Punjabi?
What, like no hair?
Yeah. Yeah, not like writing style.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's very specific. Bold, I would say Balheni.
You just describe it. This banda. Can you give me a description of the victim? Well, koi baal nahi sige. Oh man. Right. So, a couple of Punjabi words here. The most common one is ganja.
Ganja, as in
ganja, not ganja. Definitely not ganja.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Ganja man. He's a ganja man.
Yeah.
Ganja. So like gun like banduk. And then ja as in go. Ganja.
Okay.
Yeah. So ganja is one. Some people obviously got that, the Just Rain video in the mechanic is like Monna and the gum. Monna is not
Monna
bold.
means cut hair.
Cut hair.
It doesn't mean
exactly.
bold.
Yeah. The story will become more obvious why we use that synonymously with a friend of ours who happens to be bald, but we just call him 198. And then, all right, then the third word I'll tell you in a second. So basically, my mate Raj, right, who you obviously know him, was held captive at your house. He's bald.
You know what, Karan? You've mentioned him so much. I feel like I need to meet him again. It's been a while. I need to have a sit-down conversation with him and personally pay for dinner.
Invite him
for the trauma inflicted.
Invite him to your mum and dad's house.
No. I need to, number one, pay him back for the pain he endured. Number two, just see how he is, because I hear secondhand how he is from you all the time. I'm sure it's the same the other way around as well.
Yeah. He's always asking about you. So, the Just Showing video about the mechanics.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Oh, Sangha. Sangha
di qadar itthe honi chahiye. And so basically, when me, him, and Qatar get together, Raj does something stupid, we're like, Sale money da kam kari janda. That's like our standard thing in it. Now, and then the point we just started calling Monu, and we made it like a little bit cute. Monu.
You guys are humanizing an insult. I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're sitting there one day, and I don't know, we were talking about his ganja head, and then Raj just comes out with Roda. And then we just didn't say anything for a little while, and then he said it again, and then so this word Roda, I thought he was talking about like maybe a place in Punjab, right? And then we asked him, "So Raj, who's Roda?" That's what we said. Who is Roda? And he goes, "No, Roda means bald." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "There's a Punjabi word that you know that I don't know, and Qatar doesn't know."
Does it actually mean that?
So I came home and asked Mum, and Mum was like, yeah, it's like super slang though. Like ganja is like the more conventional word, but Roda is like it's like a meaner way of saying it. So
wow, that is a mean way of saying it.
Yeah. So on his stag, his name was Roda Raj.
Because of the alliteration. Yeah, I see that.
And then on his on that wedding speech I did, because I gave out these little boards, right?
Yeah.
And on the top I've written on each board, cards against Roda Raj.
Wow.
Yeah. He loved it. And at various points, during other people's speeches, he just kept shouting, Rode! Oi! Rode! On this. And he came, he's like, I heard you all. I heard you. Yeah, I knew it was you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the point of the story is the other day we were walking and we were talking about the rain or something. And obviously Raj is really tall and he's bald. So as in he's tall, so the rain hits him first, right? But he was like, the first time he went like Roda, when it rained, because obviously no wall there. He goes, it felt like an infinity pool. He goes, the pani just it just comes.
There's no friction. It just runs down his face.
There's no resistance, and he goes, it just all comes, and he's like, you can't see anything. But he's like, it felt like an infinity pool.
Never ending, running down the head.
Never ending, man. It was.
Oh man, poor kid.
It was really funny.
Never ending.
Never ending. There you go.
Is he bald by choice?
Yeah.
But he has like a full head of hair if he wanted it. He just wanted to be bald.
I think so. I think it's either that or like, his dad's obviously older. And he's gone that way as well. So I don't know. I think part of it, he said, it was thinning out and he thought he just sort of preempt a decision. I think actually no, it's probably more of that. But
didn't he have a mohawk at one point though, from what I remember?
He did.
Yeah.
When I met him, he had, Hansraj Hans curly hair.
Ooh, very nice. Very stylish.
He used to wear glasses. He doesn't wear glasses anymore either. Yeah, probably because he wears contacts. But yeah, he's a different Raj when I met him.
I'm sure he feels the same way about you and your combats, mate. If you're not combats are making a comeback.
How do you know about my combats?
Because you showed me pictures of you wearing combats in first year, second year, thinking like, I am so the guy. Like, I look so banging. Wow, in your 3/4 lengths.
Oh my God, why do I show you these things?
It's on your Facebook profile. I can dig it out if you want me to, Sunshine.
Oh God, you retain information way too well, man.
Way too well.
Way too. And it's just about, you shouldn't retain information about me. You have no reason to retain information about me. It's not useful.
Of course I do, man. Otherwise,
no.
this doesn't make this content, this podcast bang at all.
Contest. That's what you're about to say. This contest about all this shit you can bring out.
This content, this content.
Contest. It's a contest. That's what it is. Not content.
Content. Yeah. You have to have these callbacks in there somewhere. People are like, what? He used to wear combats. The banda who wears shorts in every podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Just the correct level of shorts now, yeah. 3/4. No man should ever wear 3/4. I mean, I'll go further and say no man should ever wear jeans, shorts, jeans. I don't know what you call those.
Jean shorts.
Jean shorts. No man should ever wear that. It never.
You may as well touch on that now because I see you wanted to talk about that at one point. Go on.
Yeah.
Dig it out.
Let's rant over it. Like, I can't remember what the context was. The only person.
No, I remember the context. You wrote it down. I can read it out to you if you want.
The only person who should wear it is Megan Fox.
From Transformers.
That's it.
Hi. I remember that. Right. Clean. Yep.
Clean. Any lady, any attractive lady can wear it, right? But if you're banda, you're bloke, I don't want to see you in shorts, jean shorts. No.
Mate, that film was way ahead of its time because it was the first film I watched where they were putting filters on and everything had that blue layer.
Pause. You said this content 2 weeks ago. The exact
It's banging though, the blue layer. Oh.
No, but you've just like the people are gonna watch it and feel like they're gonna back in time.
Never Back Down. Oh.
Never Back Down.
Never Back Down. That era of films. Woo.
The soundtrack.
Woo. Oh, the soundtrack was banging.
They had a different mix to that song in the. Not Lose Yourself. I don't know. Whatever the film thing is, they had a remix to it and it was just banging. I remember it because when we got the soundbar downstairs, our first ever Bose soundbar, that's the scene I demoed to people with that track on there. I was like, this is bad boy, man. Soldier Boy, that was it. They did a Soldier Boy mix.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a Never Back Down Soldier Boy mix. It was really good. You should look it up. Proper hype.
I didn't know this, but...
Okay.
In Never Back Down, that was Amber Heard's first film.
Oh, she's the girlfriend?
Yes. I had this realization as well when obviously the whole Johnny Depp drama was all kicking off.
To be honest, when that happened, I was like, I don't even know who she is. Like, who?
I thought, who is his buddy? And then naturally, you look at their IMDb and you start at the bottom and you work your way up. And I thought, she was in Never Back Down. Get out of here. And then I looked and I was like, oh my God, she was the main buddy.
Yeah.
Never clocked.
You seen the second one?
Yeah, it sucked.
They tried to do the opposite. You know the techniques?
Yeah.
He shows in the first one, he kicks the bag and it goes all the way down.
Yeah.
And the second guy is like, no, we don't do that. We kick it and the bag stays here. But all the force goes through. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah. They ruined it. It's fine. It was a cult classic when it was there. Yeah. But Megan Fox in the shorts, yes, I understand. Hang on. What guys wear jean shorts?
I've seen it. I can't remember where I've seen it, but I've seen it. And I'm just like, it's just not on. And then they wear little trainers, little ankle socks. I'm like, it's just, there's no way.
Listen, you like ankle socks now.
Absolutely, but there's no way. What I'm saying is there's no way to make that look cool. No.
So what would you rather have, like high-rising socks all the way up, going all the way up to the knee?
No, I'm saying just no shorts. I'm saying they're trying to do that to make it look okay. But there's no way you can make jean shorts look okay. Normal shorts. But if they had collar
shorts, it'd be fine.
Collar shorts meaning? Like normal shorts? Yeah, normal shorts are fine. 3/4 are never fine. I know that from experience. And jean shorts are never fine. Yeah.
Well, you live and you learn, don't you, bro?
You live and you learn, absolutely.
Make sure your future kid does not have these problems.
The phase I went through is when I saw Blueprint 3, Jay-Z performing. He came out on stage and he had these black 3/4 combats on.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, Jay-Z's doing it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't translate over. Okay.
It's true. Some people have that natural swagger where they can just do whatever the hell they want. And for some reason, it just fits.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
You saw it with the Blueprint 3 tour?
Yeah. Birmingham.
3 or 2?
3.
Wow.
On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
I hated that song. I ain't gonna lie.
Love that song, man.
Very average song.
No, now it is. But at the time, it's like, yo, bang.
Yeah. At the time, I thought, fine, I get it. But I got overplayed quick.
Yeah. It gets like really monotonous after a while.
That was when choruses and songs were like banging. So they would have a really strong chorus that would just stay in your head as an earworm. And then everyone would keep playing it all the time.
That was it.
Stretch.
Thingy opened from that night. Drake, he was tiny.
Ooh.
He had that best I ever had. Best I ever
Hang
had
on.
of that single.
I remember this tour you're on about.
2010.
Yeah, I remember this
10.
tour you were on about. I
You
think
think
Val
you were
went to it. I think.
Birmingham, NEC.
Yeah, I think he probably went to the same one. Because I remember when Drake came to the UK for the first time and J. Cole opened up for him. And J. Cole was better than Drake.
There you go.
Which was ironic. Gone way off track now, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So what
This is like
section
one
was
of our
this
old
again?
podcasts, you know, just talking about any shit.
I have a question, right?
However,
So
there were many
go on.
questions.
What were your questions?
I've said my questions. I've said them. You've said yours.
And that's it. It's the end of that then, isn't it?
And that's the end of that section. Next. What is happening, Doctor?
So Tony on the weekend, my good old friend Tony Robbins at his flagship event UPW, which is
It's a long weekend for you, bro.
4 days, really intense. Most personal events are kind of like 3 days. So 4 days are, it takes its toll. And the first day we were 10 a.m. till I didn't get home till 1:30 in the morning. That was with like late dinner and stuff. And the first day
Give
there
him
was
food.
nope.
Do you
There was an
food?
yeah, you bring your own food.
buy your own?
Well, you can buy. I mean, it's NEC, but it's just manga, man. So I was like, I'm just prepping it. Bring your snacks, bring your food. We were happy to have one meal, like not prepped per day. That was fine. But the first day just had to be Mackey's because like it was past midnight when we finished. That was the day we did the firewalk. We'll come on to the firewalk in a second. So it's his flagship event. Tony's been in the industry maybe 47 years. He's coached Serena Williams.
How
Michael
old is
Jordan.
he?
He's nearly 70. He started young, like when he was 18, yeah. So his teacher was a guy called Jim Rohn. Really, really good stuff. If you go on YouTube, you can listen to his stuff. Just a lot of kind of philosophy about life. Like, he'll say things like, good is the enemy of great, right? And then he'll sit with that and ponder it and tell you what it actually means. Or a really good one that I like telling people is, don't major in minor things. So Jim said that. He's like, a lot of people are good at things that don't really matter, like brushing your teeth or cutting your nails. It's important to do, but he's saying a lot of people just major in minor things. You want to major in major things. Learning how to speak properly, learning how to run a team, learning how to leverage. So anyway, so Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, and then the grandfather is a guy called Earl Nightingale. If you've not listened to this guy, go on YouTube. It's completely free. It's from the 1950s. Just type in The Stranger's Secret and listen to that kind of 30-minute clip. It's just about life in general. And it's really, really insightful. Like there's a definition.
Alan Watts.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I listen to Alan Watts now because of you. There's a great definition he gives for success, which is success is the progressive realization of any worthy ideal. It's the best definition I've found because it's not based on one thing. And then he delineates that and he's like, if you're someone who really enjoys their job and is smashing it, you're successful. If you're somebody who really wants to be a great, football coach for your kids and you do that well, it's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. You decide what that worthy ideal is, and it's what I try and live by. Anyway, so we're at Tony's event, and this was an event we were supposed to attend. So I went with Raj. We were supposed to attend this pre-COVID, and then it got postponed. Really happy it didn't because I'm in a completely different headspace 4 years on. More than 4 years on. And actually, so I was going there just to kind of cement the kind of clarity, the newfound clarity I have in life anyway.
Okay.
And so a lot of the time was talking about you can teach the science of achievement, right? If you want to make money, there are ways to make money. You can copy people. And actually, he said we need to get away from this idea of trying to be unique with everything you do. Like you can model successful people, success leaves clues, all that kind of stuff. But beyond achievement, what about the art of fulfillment and how and where fulfillment comes from? So Maslow obviously has this hierarchy of 6 human needs. Now, Tony slightly rebranded that into his 6 human needs. And he talks about how the 6 of them, you have all of them, but 2 will be your kind of like guiding forces, as in how you make decisions. And by looking at this or using this framework, you can understand your own behavior and why you think the way you think and why someone else. Okay. So those are, number 1, the need for certainty and stability. Number 2, the need for uncertainty, so variety in life. Number 3 is love and connection, so meaningful connection. Number 4 is significance. And those are what he calls the primal needs. And then the 2 spiritual needs are, 1 is growth, so the feeling of improvement in something. And number 6 is contribution, giving, basically. And it was really interesting. He said 95% of the population in the world, they value certainty. So they want, obviously, stability. And number 2, significance. They want to feel like they're unique, and they want to feel like they matter, and what they do matters. It was good. It was a good event. A lot of time for deep reflection. I was saying this to Raj as well. I was like, until you put into an environment where you have to, because you're there for 4 days, you might as well give your all. You're not doing anything else. It forces you to reflect on things which you might not otherwise find the time to do because personal errands get in the way. So there were exercises where, the question would be like, so what is this for you? Think about this. What would you do here? And then, we just sit with it, see where you go. And that's kind of just over the 4 days, you're just pondering about these things. Day 1, we did the fire walk, which 500 degrees is the temperature of the coal. It's about the length of a snooker table. That's how far we walked. 12 foot. It's quite an experience. You feel quite buzzed once you do that. And his point basically of that is your mind will tell you that you can't do it. You just did it. What can you now not do? And it's trying that carryover of putting yourself in what they call a peak state. And so he talked about Kobe, he talked about Michael Jordan, and he talked about Tiger Woods. And he talked about, so when these athletes are, there, and they've missed a shot or whatever, and they have to then, the next play or whatever, get back to it. How do they do that? How do you go from shit to peak state, right? And so he talked about how essentially you can have these sequences that basically trigger you into those, what he calls peak state. A peak state, he says, is the moment of absolute clarity and certainty, essentially. And that's what he does with all these athletes and things. What else did I learn?
Take me through the coal walk. Hang on. So what?
What do you want to know?
Just walk across it quick.
Well, obviously, perhaps you had to do it. Like, look up, don't look down, don't stop, don't run.
Wait, right, look up, walk straight.
Don't run.
Don't run. Why not run?
Because you might fall, and then you'll burn things that you shouldn't burn. So walk at a kind of a confident pace, right? And then he gave everyone this mantra: cool mass, cool mass, cool mass. And I was like, nah, I'm not using that, man. So I got to the front of my line. Raj was behind me. In my head, I did Jakarta. And then I was walking across. Like,
oh, yes.
Guru,
yes.
Guru.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my mantra, man. I got to the end. And then
good lad.
Literally, that's what peak state is. You'll understand that reference. Peak state is when you go Saiyan, right? Super Saiyan. And then the end of it, I was just fired up, man. I was like, just midnight, right? But we're just on fire, man. Literally. And it's quite a surreal experience. Raj is in 2 minds first. And I was like, nah, let's do it. The only the only thingy bit was when we were all kind of queuing to go to this thing. There's obviously like 12,000 people in the room. Probably about 10,000 did it. And as we're going out, everyone's got their socks off and everyone's walking. You got this like cheese feet smell.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And then there's these drums playing. Like think of the drums of Jumanji.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's intense.
Right. And then we're all like really close to each other, slow walking. And it feels like, the mummy. Imhotep. So that's that feeling. And then you've got every so often. So Tony has this mantra, which is yes, 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 yes. And it builds intensity, right? To get the
Isn't that the wrestler guy who was doing that? That Sonny, he would send us that meme of that guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But when they were far away, it actually sounded like, in Gladiator, when Son of Queen Phoenix is there as the Emperor, and they're like, kill, 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 kill. And he does the...
Yeah.
So we're all walking to this... Yeah, so we're all walking to this fire, and it sounds like everyone's saying, kill, kill. And I was like, this is a cult, man.
That's how you get a cult going right there.
It's some scary shit, man. What else?
So what, you just walk across it, standard pace?
Yeah. But everyone's
anything hot? Do you feel...
So afterwards, they cool your feet down straight away with pani, whatever. I think Raj had 1 or 2 blisters. I was fine. But you just feel like, I did it. I could do it again. Or I could do anything. I think that's the point. The carryover is I can do things. Yeah,
I'm not up for the blister thing. I'm not going to... So you'd be like, exactly. I paid to get blisters. buy me a pair of crappy
We
shoes,
also
don't give
ran
me
into
blisters, man. Same thing.
Karan. So she was somebody who was at UOB with us. We haven't seen in a while. She was in the Bhangra team, 3 years younger. And it's really funny. I don't know how we started talking about this, but she has a Winnie the Pooh from when she was really young. And she's like, oh yeah, my mum used to call the Winnie the Pooh Roda Winnie the Pooh. This Roda word came out again. And then to me, I just say, we're sitting at American Express, Pizza Express. Sitting at Pizza Express. And obviously Winnie the Pooh's a character, so obviously he doesn't have any hair anyway. So we were like, of course it's Roda in it. Like, how would it? We didn't get it. And then she sent us a picture, which I'll send to you. You can post it if you want. And when you think of Winnie, like, there's obviously no hair, but he's got like
the ears, yeah.
Ears. This one is basically, it looks like it's Roda. It literally looks like it's bald, like proper chemotherapy bald.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, I get it. I get why your mom says Roda now. But it's just so funny. She was like, yeah. She's like, mom used to like, Bachara. Bachara Winnie, Roda, yeah.
Did she get a real Winnie or is it like a knockoff?
I don't know. It's a Winnie who's dressed in like Tigger's kapre. It's a weird fusion. Yeah.
Bro, it's a knockoff. Okay. That's why he's bold. They have to have some differentiating factor. Probably wasn't called Winnie. It was probably called Whiny. Okay.
All right, let's give the viewers something.
Go on. Come on. Quick. Chop.
UOB. No, it's not called that. Partha. That's what it's called.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. I'm trying to get that whole cult shit going that you were saying earlier about Tony.
Ready?
Hanji. Put it directly into the camera. Oh my god! Karan, that's a knockoff! That's a clean knockoff! Oh my days! That's not even a Winnie!
He's got Tigger's body and he's like Winnie the Pooh the rest and he's bald.
When you buy Winnie the Pooh and Tigger from Wish, that's the caption. Okay.
That's a fusion.
When you buy Winnie the Pooh and Tigger from Wish.
Straight up.
Yeah. Straight up.
There you go.
My gosh, that was traumatic. Those who couldn't see it, please jump on YouTube and go and watch that. Okay. I'll put the timestamps in the description for you to see that. Go and see that because that is haunting. Absolutely. That's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. I cannot unsee that.
You can't see it. Yeah. It's a very odd thing. Yeah.
So, and then obviously go and cracked out a bit of the old moves, dusted off them kneecaps.
Oh, with the Bhangra.
Yeah, with the bangers.
I was like, come on, man. Like, we should, it's turned down for what, wasn't it? I was like, let's just do
What was funny was you were doing your moves and people just walking past like, yeah, whatever.
What you didn't see in the video is a couple of people came up to me and was like, oh, I love your energy. And that was just, fortunately, it wasn't that point in the camera, right? But the thing is, because most of the event, every so often, everyone gets up. And yeah, I saw you some of the videos. The Toon Squad, Space Jam,
Mad.
Quad City. And everyone's just this man, like everyone's just going for it, man. And after a while, like, I don't know, I'm more of a kind of, film 300.
Yes.
Right. When they've left the Sparta and they've gone to Thermopylae, they're standing on the edge of the cliff and they can see the storms coming, the thunderbolts are blowing up the ships. And all the Spartans are going crazy, like,
Yeah.
But then the narrator guy is like, there's one who keeps his Spartan reserve, and that's the king. And the king's just standing there like this, like not showing any emotion. That's kind of more like me. So there are points where everyone was like going for it, proper inhibition. And me, I was just like quiet state, standing up, but it was all inside. And, what's that new level of Super Saiyan now? What's it called? Natural Instinct or something? Super Instinct.
Something like that. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, when they have blue hair. So I felt like that. I was like, it's I don't need that anymore. Like mine is now a controlled kind of state. But yeah, it was a lot of good. It was a lot of emotional state work. It was good. UPW, compared to a lot of stuff which is out there in the personal development industry, Tony actually knows his shit, man. Like when he says stuff and he's talking about, he does live work like with couple things or he does whatever, he takes scenarios. It's like, it's real good, valuable stuff rather than just generic. No, he's not.
Is he a fraud?
But I would say people like...
okay, fine.
Grant Cardone, Ty
Grant
Lopez,
Cardone.
people like that. They're just, yeah, it's all high level. So I don't, fraud is just more, you could find it elsewhere. Whereas what Tony's telling you is like, it's experience. And literally the things he teaches you, he'll reference it like, yeah, okay, so Michael Jordan did this. Okay, you're not Michael Jordan, but take this from that. And this is what you need to do. So for example, if I asked you, do you believe Michael Jordan's the best basketball player of all time or not?
I mean, of his era, yes, but not of all time.
Okay, fine. All right, let's just say era then. So what made Michael the best of his era?
He won 6 rings in a row.
Yeah. No, you're answering.
That's incorrect. No, that is correct. It was in a row. Every year he played, he won.
He won in, yeah.
Back from semi-retirement and then came halfway through. But every full season he played in for 6 years straight, he won.
So that's the result, but what made him the best? What allowed him to do that then?
He was a fucking psycho. That's what.
That's exactly it, right? So Tony put it a bit more eloquently. He was basically saying, when he sat with Jordan basically said, everyone competes with me. I don't compete with anyone. I compete with myself. I compete with the best that I can be. And his own internal standard. So he talked about the difference between a goal and a standard. A goal is essentially a should. You set a goal, you might do, you might not do it. A standard is a must. What must you have? The things that are musts in your lives are the things that you do. If you say you want to go gym 5 days a week and it's a must, you get it done. If it's a should, you might do it, you might not do it. And so he was talking about standards and how if you want to improve the quality of your life, improve your standards. Again, sounds very simple when you say it like that. But when you dissect it and look at, okay, so if I wanted to improve the standard of my life or the quality of my life, what are the standards that I need to improve? And just really good, tangible stuff. And, at that point, I said to Raj, I said, when I have kids, when they turn 18, birthday present, you're going to UPW and I'll come with you. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
At
that point, you'll be giving your own speeches anyway, so you can just tell them yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't land, does it? It's like me telling you something, you don't listen.
No, I do listen to you all the time. Don't chat shit. Don't chat shit. I listen to you all the time. Don't do this.
Okay. But there is a certain level of removement, right? So like sometimes kids, I think especially, you need to hear it from someone else.
Yeah, it's true. They do. They do.
Because you can't value, I mean, you should value your parents, but sometimes you're so close to it and you've grown up with it and this is what they are that sometimes you just like, and then you hear it from someone else, you're like, oh, it's like I came back and I was saying Dad some of the stuff and he was like, yeah. So it said 6 years on. I was like, yeah. I'm not saying one's better than the other. It's just,
yeah.
But you don't value it. You don't value it because it's free. That's
you can read it whenever you want. You don't have to pay for a 4-day event and get your bond or something unasked by the cost of living better.
But ultimately, he was talking about the same thing. You want fulfillment from life. If you want to find the meaning of life, you want to enjoy it at the highest level. It's about giving, man. You got to give. Your passion is for yourself, but when you take your passion and use that passion to help other people, for example, I like speaking, you like speaking. The passion, that's the passion, right?
I like speaking about things I care about. That's the difference.
Right. What do I like
if you
to
ask
do?
If you ask me to speak about marketing stuff professionally, do not care enough to do
that's
that.
Fine. That's not your passion, yeah. But whatever you do is passionate about, but then taking it on a platform that helps other people, that's your purpose.
Yeah.
That's
different, very different.
Purpose. So that is me, my friend.
Jello, very good. That was a very well thought out answer. I'm very proud of you. What up for going, man? I hope you can bring some of that energy to the podcast. Thank you very much.
Like I don't always bring that. Russell Brand came on the second day. We missed him, but he was there. He did a set. We saw the clip the next day. He said something like, UPW, not unleash the power within, unleash the fucking psychopath within, more like. And then he goes, oh, Tony's probably back there feeding 5 million kids. Some of those kids weren't even hungry.
Fair play.
He's dropping some bangers.
Fair play.
Yeah. What's happening with you?
So you might notice I'm a little bit chipper recently. A little bit more awake. A little bit chipper, a little bit like, energetic. All right.
No, not at all.
You've never heard chipper before?
No, I haven't noticed that in you.
You don't notice that? Well, fuck you. Okay. But I am.
But no, compared to 9 days ago when I last saw you.
Within myself.
Or what time frame?
Just in general, like I'm much more like awake, alert, more, I'd say thinking straight compared to other days.
Okay, bro. I mean, look, these are These are like intangible things. Like, how am I supposed to judge whether you're thinking straight?
Oh, like you can tell. You talk to me the most after Sanj. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but okay. Let's say from a purely podcast performance point of view, yeah, it's been a while since I've had to message you and say, like, sort your energy out. That's been a long time. So okay,
from that point, I mean, in general,
yeah,
like my skin's looking all right. I feel a bit less tired. Basically, Karan,
you're happy
and sleep. Like I've been prioritizing.
I was like, get to the point.
I've prioritized sleep massively over the.
What does that mean? Like
it means I actually go to bed on time.
No, so what hours you getting?
I get up at 7, 8, and I feel good. Like I wake up and I'm not yawning. I wake up and I'm just awake and I'm thinking, "Oh, this is all right. It's nice." Day goes by nicely. I start feeling naturally tired. Come about half.
Naturally tired.
10.
Okay.
You know.
No, I love.
Why are you laughing, man? This is real. Okay.
Tired, yeah. I've had the opposite now for the last 3 weeks.
I'm naturally tired. I'm ready to fall asleep.
Been super busy. So yeah, I need to but today and tomorrow are 2 days.
You need to sleep, man.
Because the podcast is early today, which is nice. And then tomorrow I've got nothing. I'm like, yes, I'm actually gonna get into bed early. That's good.
So what I was interested in seeing, there's been a lot of people online recently who have been talking about sleep. Like every podcast you see a sleep expert on, Matthew Walker, people who are just on and on about it, making separate YouTube videos about how good their sleep is, how they're fixing their sleep apnea, how they're fixing all their problems in life.
They're fixing their sleep apnea from sleeping. That's so funny.
Just by sleep apnea. You know about sleep apnea, where people, it sounds like they're
yeah, but it happens when they sleep. I love how they're saying, I'm fixing my sleep apnea when I sleep.
Fixing their sleep apnea because they didn't know that it was a problem until they were with someone and they said, you sound like you're choking in your sleep.
Yeah. Holding your breath.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And I thought, okay, this whole focus on sleep, let me actually give it a go. And you know what? I actually feel better for it. I'm not going to lie. Yesterday, for example, the night before, I went to sleep about 11. I woke up at 6 to go to the gym. And I had a good long day. I got a lot done. Went to gym, came home. I was meant to go and film with someone in the evening, but it fell through. So I had dinner with Sanj, came home, went to bed. That's it, done. And I was like, I had a long day. I did a lot in that day. I did 3 big events in a day. So I thought, well, that's a really good day. It's a good output. Because I got
3 big events were gym, work,
and going to dinner with Sanj. That was like going out physically.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that's a pretty sizable day if you think about it. And this morning I woke up, nice long sleep, felt good. I'm thinking, I need to do this more often. So my takeaway is...
Right. Yeah, again, it's that thing.
Sleep
don't
more.
value it. It's so simple. It can't be that simple. But evidence here is...
It's true.
It works.
It's really true. Getting a good saunja, like sleeping early, so that if you do naturally just wake up early, you're okay. You can make...
Yeah, and then you can crack on. Yeah,
you've had ample amount of sleep. Like, it's nice, really nice, and it's working well. And I'm very, content. I'm thinking, this is cool. I can't do these late nights anymore. If I do, it'll set me back a long way.
It's when we shoot podcasts at yours, I mean, inevitably get past midnight, and then we start watching YouTube channels, and we go deep down rabbit holes, and then we
but that's because I don't see you in person that much. If we did this every week, it loses novelty, and we go to bed on time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what would happen. Because you're here, I'm like, no, we've got to maximize every hour, buddy, every hour. Okay.
Doesn't sound like optimization there, Indy. You maximize,
We have to maximize. I didn't say optimize, I said maximize. I said we have to maximize every hour together. Okay. Every hour, we're going to do everything.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, no. You know what I'm thinking about? It's when you prioritize fun. It's like the gayest thing ever.
What do you mean?
It's like, I'll come to yours. I'm like, mate, let's just smash through shit, man. That's me, man. Like, I can just do it. Meal deals, bang. No, let's leave the flat and let's do this. And we need to prioritize our friendship when we're not working. And I'm like, let's do podcast, man. Let's do reaction video. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. But it's okay. It's fine.
I will do that. And we do that in fairness. I bring the balance of fun. You bring the balance of work.
We do everything. Yeah, we do. And I'm going to be honest, the things we do in London are generally pretty cool. Like Quarters is still one of my
going
most
to 4 Quarters is good
nights.
fun. Yeah.
Was that your birthday? Was that birthday weekend?
That was just...
His birthday weekend. I think we did Harry Potter on the Sunday. Yeah.
Was it?
It's good weekend.
Wow. Yeah, it was. And we filmed a podcast. The 100th episode. Yes, It was the 100th episode weekend.
We did a lot, man.
That's
the definition of doing a lot.
That was film a podcast for the 100th episode. Then we went to what was it called? Dopamine Land.
Yep.
Then we went to Four
dinner?
Quarters.
What did we have dinner?
We had a quick one in Stratford. Like a quick little sit down.
Yeah.
We all grabbed bits and bobs from the food quarter. Then we walked to Four Quarters. Then we came home. Then we filmed another thing.
Reaction video? No, I think
on
we did reaction
Sunday.
video that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
No, we did do one that night. Yeah, we did. That was mad. Which you haven't released yet.
Yeah.
Don't. We haven't released it. We haven't released it yet. Yeah. The other one after. We'll release that one, and that's from then.
That's what we do. Guys.
Did a lot. Maximizing fun and also maximizing time.
If you want to be a podcaster, guys, this is what you got to do. Okay. People will never see the work you put in. Here's another thing that Tony said. You're rewarded in public for what you practice in private.
Yeah, that's standard though, isn't it? That's standard. We all know that.
But knowing and doing something completely different. Simple and easy, two different things. Always remember that. I can give you lots of advice, which sounds simple. But to actually do it is not easy. That's the problem with life. Why don't we do things? Because it's not a must. When it becomes a must, for example, we must film 1 episode per week. That's not negotiable.
That is a must, yeah.
Right? Because
point of it being a must, but yeah.
No, exactly.
I have to bring
exactly,
you
right? Like it's like paying your mortgage or paying your rent. Because if it's not, it's chalo, koi nahi, whatever. We only get what we say are musts. That's it.
Boom. I like that.
Lovely.
Days, people.
Happy days.
Catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
There's no call to action. I'll give you a week off. Don't know what that was.
Yes, finally she's infiltrated your side now. Siri, Alexa mix.
Was that Alexa? I didn't hear it.
There's something. We did the noise when they go Pooh.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go, people. No, I'm kidding. There is something coming. Please like the video. Obviously, this is really important. Okay. And interact with the poll on Spotify. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here. And don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.